What's happening, guys? Heavy Heart here with another lesson. And this time, we are going to be delving into a Polyphia intervals type of sound using pentatonics only. We're gonna make it sound super hip while keeping it super simple in the simplest key, which is A minor. And just using a variety of techniques, we're gonna make it sound super dope. Let's go. Alright guys, let's get into it. Okay, so today we are messing around with A minor pentatonic to be specific. Okay, we're gonna stick with just that scale. Okay, now we are going to be able to get some other notes in there, but we are not going to like straight up play those notes. We're gonna get to those notes using the notes from the minor pentatonic scale. But something like that, we can get some bends or some slides and some other stuff to get those other notes if we want them. But we actually don't even really need those other notes. 5 is plenty. And if that's not enough for you, then take a hike. Okay, so we're gonna use Polyphia's track Euphoria, which is in the key of A minor, and the main melody is mostly a pentatonic melody to begin with. And I just transcribed it. So we're going to use that as an example, and we'll break it down, and we will also write our own melodies in a similar style, in a similar way, using the same scale, and maybe some of the same patterns. Let's do it. Alright, let's see. So the melody goes... just like that. Okay, so all of those notes are within the A minor pentatonic scale except for that second note that he slides into. Okay, and we're gonna get to that note without playing on the fret that it's on. Okay, we're gonna get to it, we're gonna change it up. Instead of sliding into it, we're gonna bend it. Okay, so we're gonna bend it from one of the notes from the scale, just like that, okay? So you just gotta bend it twice. Right? Something like that. Okay, so just a half step bend right there to get that note. And technically we are still only using the notes from the A minor pentatonic scale. Would you look at that? Ain't that a mind blower? And you can slide. I like to slide into that note from a half step below. Same thing with that note there. You slide in some of those notes. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, and then you repeat it. Oh no! Right? And those are the notes as well. From the scale as well, those notes from the scale. Just like that. Okay, so that's a really good example of making a really vocal, memorable melody using just the pentatonic scale. And it's perfect for a chorus, which is what that is in the first place. Okay, so basically what he's doing there is... You can even slow it down, it kind of sounds cool. Or a quick little bend and release. That's almost kind of like a blues lick. It reminds me of like a Coltrane or Oliver Nelson jazz blues lick. That's kind of cool. Right? Minor blues lick. And then he's basically just playing some of the notes from the scale. So if you play it on the G, you're just playing the dots, 9, 7, 5, 7. 7, 7 on the D and the G. Easy as pie. This scale is mostly on the first 2 dots, your 5th and 7th frets. Only the B and E strings use 8 instead of 7, okay? So that's a really good example of using the minor pentatonic scale, making a memorable lead guitar riff from that over an A minor chord or could also work with the relative major of C major, okay? There you go. Okay, now we're going to make our own melodic lead riff using just the A minor pentatonic scale again. Okay, so the techniques that you have to keep in mind in order to get some, just get a really nice vocal-like sound is, let's list them off. We have slides, bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs. You can do hammer-ons from nowhere. Pinch harmonics if you have distortion on. You could do taps, tappity taps, tap tap tap. Not like that though, that was crap. Double stops, chords, of course. And the minor pentatonic scale has some really nice chord voicings that you can get from that. We're going to go over some of those later as well. Let's see, and we say double stops already? I'll say it again. Double stops. Let's just stick with that. That's good for now. That's good for now. So the big four, I would say, are the hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, and bends. Okay? So let's just stick with those. So we have our scale. 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8. Fives all across the board, and then 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. Okay? You get some really nice chords that way too anyways. Okay, so let's do something like this maybe. So we have, it's a cool little minor bluesy lick, just like that. Do a little, see, so the little subtle things are really what makes it. You hear that like really subtle quick bend release thing I did there? Yeah? Oh no! See that? Something like that. It's really bluesy, really vocal, really kind of, it adds a lot of character, right? Sliding into a lot of notes. Sliding out of a lot of notes. Staccato. Slide in staccato, right? Yeah, I think of the dynamics as well. Staccato, legato, right? Those cool little in-between runs. So maybe an in-between run after like a more sparse, spacey lead. So maybe something like. See those really quick, little, subtle, super fast runs in between the main lead parts. That'll make you or break it right there. That's some good stuff. There you go. So of course, if you're playing minor pentatonic, most of your stuff should sound a little bluesy. So that's cool. I want to go to that note, but we can't do it because we got to stay within the limits. That kind of, I would still count that, those really quick little legato. Kind of like a Greg Howe slide, right? So let's get some chords. So you can also use chords and arpeggios for your leads as well. or mix them in there with the leads. And Aaron from Intervals does this a lot too. So maybe he'll do something like. That's a nice little double stop right there. 5 on the B and 7 on the G. It's a very open sound. That's kind of the point. You can actually get some major sounds if you end on this note, which is the C, right? In the relative major, you end on that, you're kind of playing modally from the pentatonic scale, which is cool too. Would you look at that? Right? There you go. So you can actually play the major pentatonic within the minor pentatonic. Whoa, dude! Another chord voicing I like to use is, you have that one, that's double stop. I'll give you one more. I'll give you a 3-note chord, which is this one. I'm doing 5 on the bottom E string, 8 on the B, and then 7 on the G. Another very open sound. So again, I'll do a lead and then I'll mix that in there. Maybe something like right? There you go. You can actually play that in a couple different spots within the same scale if you know the scale up the strings of the frets. That one works. I believe this one works. Yep. So maybe something like oh no, that was outside the scale. Maybe something like yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That could be a cool lick. I like that. That's kind of cool. So that's a movable chord shape like that. You just got to figure out where it lands within the scale. Okay. There's a little mistake there. That's okay. Cool. So maybe something like that's cool. I like that. Ah. Yeah, see? Oh man, it's just all, you gotta combine all of those elements to get these really cool, and it's phrasing as well, so you don't want to play a million notes all the time, alright? You want to fit those in there in the spaces in between. So you have your main melody, which you said, something like that. So maybe right? You fit that in there sparingly, okay? Don't overload the shred, okay? I know y'all like to shred. I like to. Let me know what you guys think of that. I'm gonna keep this lesson short. A quick explanation on how you can create really cool, memorable melodies just using the pentatonic scale. You gotta use the pentatonic scale more often. Don't doubt its power. It has a lot of power. Just gotta know how to manipulate it and use it to your advantage. And this is the way to do it. Technique, phrasing, and these really cool chord voicings that you get from the scale. Right? It's another nice one right there. Cool stuff. Polyphia, intervals, Plini, those are probably the best 3 examples I can think of that uses this sound. So if you want more in-depth of how I actually construct certain melodies to get that sound, hit me up. Let's do some lessons. I already have a couple students that I got from these videos, which we're diving into this stuff pretty deep, and it's awesome. And I'm learning a lot as I go too. So there you go. Hit me up. Let me know if you like this lesson, if you want to see more on this kind of subject. I love doing this style. This was a clean episode. Maybe we'll do a dirty version. Dirty Shirley. We'll get a little dirty, a little naughty, okay? It sounds good. I like getting dirty. Let's do it. Peace!